What's up, bodybuilding.com? This is DLB, first IFBB Women's Physique Pro, Flag Nor Fail, and MHP sponsored athlete. I'm in Nampa, Idaho at Big John Fitness, ready to do some delt homicide. We're gonna kickstart my workout with hitting rear delts first. We're gonna do a super set with cable reverse flies, bent over, right into face pulls to failure. First one, I do one warm-up set, anywhere from 15 to 20 reps. Then I kind of break the reps down to around 10, 12. My approach to delts is pretty easy. It's just hit them as hard as you can. I want to keep the blood in delts as much as I can. I don't want to lose the pump, so that's why I do a lot of drop sets, lots of super sets where I'm doing 2 exercises at once. I'm a very big high volume trainer, so some of the sets where I'm doing like 45, 50 reps of stuff, you overload the muscle, so anytime you overload the muscle, it needs to grow. And then the burning is what tones and defines. That's better. Next exercise, we got leaning cable lateral raises. My front delts get hit basically twice a week, every single week, because I have a huge chest day. So chest day, you're hitting front delts that entire time with your presses and your flies. So I usually put front delts is on the back burner. So I'll start with rear delts. You'll hit rear delts with back day a little bit, but on me, I think those are the weaker of the front, middle, and rear. So I like to start with them. Anytime you start with something, you're at your freshest, you have the most energy, so I start with them and then I go to laterals and then to fronts. I try to hit different things different ways. For instance, on back day, I do all my lat pull downs behind head because there's no other exercise that you can do behind you. There's no other shoulder exercise where you're really leaning over anything. Well, because normally you're standing upright. Sometimes I'll do front raises where you're leaning forward on a bench, but it just adds a little variation and you can go a little bit higher so you get a little bit more contraction at the top. Next exercise is a upright row drop set. The first part of the drop set, I'm going to be doing a heavier weight, but laying on the ground, and then I'm going to drop the weight in half, stand up, and go to failure. I like close grip just because I like to get all aspects out of the exercise. With a closer grip, I'm going to be hitting my traps a little bit more. And I've never once done a shrug in my entire life, so that's how I get these little bad boys. I think is from uprights and even lateral raises. So you get a little bit more out of it being a little bit closer, and I pull all the way to my chin instead of like stopping at your chest. Next exercise is reverse seated single arm shoulder press. I sit backwards because it's going to hit front delts a little bit more, and I'm doing single arm to focus on one delt at a time. Next we have a pyramid set with lateral raises. You're gonna have your lighter weight, which I do 15 reps of, and then you bump up to a heavy weight. It's not gonna be your heaviest weight, it's gonna be about 70% of what you would normally max out on. My first weights are 10s, second weights are 25s, and you're gonna go 15 light, 10 heavy, back down to 15 light. I do a lot of dumbbell work, mostly dumbbell, and if I don't really have a spot. Rob Bailey's been hurt for like a month now, so I've been doing Smith machine just because I like to, if I'm pressing, I like to go really, really heavy. So I'm working my way up to, I got 70s so far. I'm working my way up to 75s on shoulder press, so, but I need a spot. The hardest part is getting them up. Don't be afraid to do pause sets. Like in the middle, you'll see me stop and then go again. The whole point is I have a set number in my head with that. It was 15, 10, 15. So I had to get those numbers. So if you have to rest for a little bit and then pump out a couple more, like usually on that last 15, I can only do like 5 at a time. Last exercise, I do a crazy triple drop set where I go from an underhand easy bar front raise into plate raise drop set where I go from 45 pounds to 25 pounds to failure on both. It's just a different grip. I feel a little more isolating on the front delts doing the underhand that way. It's more isolating there. It really hits the front delt that way. And then when you do the drop set with the plates, you're doing a different grip. So and then you could even, if you do dumbbell work in your workout, if you choose a different front exercise, usually with dumbbells, I turn it so my palm's facing down. So that would be, you're hitting front delts like 3 different ways. All right, thanks guys. Again, this is DLB with the Delt Homicide. Make sure you check out flagnerfail.com, and for the best supplements in the entire world, you gotta check out MHP on bodybuilding.com, and any other video content, always come back to bodybuilding.com. It's where it's at.